Hey everyone, this is Peter Bowden. I'm doing a quick Twitter crash course for those of you who want to get started with Twitter for General Assembly so you can fully participate in all the social media at General Assembly and life in America in the 21st century, 2014. So on Twitter, my handle is UUPlanet for all the Unitarian Universalist social media activities that I'm involved in. What we're going to do is get you started on Twitter from scratch. I'm going to walk you through it. You need to go to twitter.com, easiest on a desktop or laptop, and you need an email address for every Twitter account. So you can't use multiple emails for different accounts. I've set up a new email address I'm going to use to walk us through. So you go to twitter.com and click sign up for Twitter. Once you get there, enter your name, Peter Bowden. Email address, I just made up and registered, UUAGA tweet at gmail.com. Okay, create a password. I'm not going to tell you what it is. All right, username I'm going to use for this demo, UUAGA tweet. All right, and let's see. And I notice as I'm typing, it's showing is password okay? Username, is it available? So mine shows it's available. If I started to type something like, say, UUPlanet, which I already have, so it says that's taken, so I can't do that. So I'm going to go back and do UUAGA tweet, which I already made sure was going to be fine for our demo. So we're going to say yes, that's all fine, keep me signed in. Now, tailor Twitter based on my recent web visits. I don't want you to mess around. This is just like customizing your experience. I'm going to create my account. And it says, do I want more World Cup excitement? No thanks, just get me started on Twitter. Now we have a blank Twitter account. Welcome. Now here's the deal. Twitter allows you to send messages to other people. When you go to Twitter, you are connected to no one, and so you see nothing. In order to get any experience and value out of Twitter, you have to start connecting to people. So I'm going to follow through this startup procedure. It says, let's get started in less than 60 seconds. 60 seconds? That's awesome. Let's do it. Click next. Build your timeline. Start following people to get their tweets. Now, a tweet is just the messages that each person sends out. They're 140 characters, but we can also now include web links, YouTube videos, and images. Twitter lets you send photos, so it's getting to be much more multimedia. Now, to get started real easily for who to follow, I want you to enter in UUPlanet. So I'm going to search. When we enter UUPlanet, it's going to pull up some people here. And if you just click on follow me, then it's going to start asking you to follow some more people. Now let's add in someone else. Let's put in UUA and do a search for that. And that's going to pull up the Unitarian Universalist Association and all kinds of cool UU people and offices. So we're going to follow the UUA, follow UUA International, follow, and you might get different results when you do it, but it'll be something like this. UUA Bookstore, GA Office, UUA Music, UUA Immigration. And now because you started putting in UUPlanet and UUA to search, they're just feeding you good things. So once you start doing some of that, you're going to be rolling. And notice as we're doing this, tweets are starting to be displayed in my timeline. And so the main thing is, as you follow people, you see their messages. And then as we start interacting with people, I'm going to click next. See who else is here. Try 5 more. Let's search for UUGA. UUAGA. And who comes up? All right, there's a few more. Youth Caucus. So you can just start searching for your interests. I'm going to type interfaith because I'm interested in interfaith partnerships. Oh, we've got some other great things. Patel, click, click, click. You can click around. Let's add a few more. They want a few more. Let's do Waterfire because in Providence we're sponsoring the Waterfire event. So I'm going to add Waterfire. And they want one more. Just really gives a mix. And I'm going to my wife, Amy Friedman. She's a UU minister. I always like to do shameless promotion for her. Ooh, and there's the Leading Congregations Consulting Group, which is my consulting practice with her. Do that. All right, now we're good. We've followed a whole bunch of people. What's the next step? Let's see what Twitter says. Next, follow more people. No, that's enough for me. That's enough for me. I'm going to scroll down. All right, good. Now, they want you to search your contacts. I'm not going to do that. Here's a question. How do we get out of this auto start mode? I just want to go to Twitter now. Okay, so they'll walk you through these procedures, but we can leave it. And I'm just going to go up to my the address bar here and just go to twitter.com. And let's see what it does. Boom! All right, now it is showing me a list of tweets from people that I have followed. There's also this promoted tweet from these people. So just like other sites, you can have people try and sell ads. Now, once we're at our homepage, twitter.com, you can see they've got some information about my profile. I've sent out 0 tweets. I'm following 15 people. This is my egghead default profile. This is one of the most important things you do when you get set up. Do not start tweeting or following more people other than that quick start until you get that profile done. Because no one's going to want to follow you back and start building your community if you're an egghead. So I'm going to click on this, and it's going to give me a chance to edit my profile. I'm going to add a photo. Click Add. I'm going to upload a photo. And I'm going to add here. I have, let me show you can see it. I've already found this picture I like. Do you tweet? And it's going to let me resize it a little bit. I'm just going to zoom in on this little tweet and UUAGA birdie. Okay. All right. That's good enough for our purposes here. Tweet. All right. Apply. I'm just going to crop it and add it. Now up here you can add a nice header photo so that your profile looks beautiful. I'm going to search for, I think I have a rainbow there. Oh, it's beautiful. There we go. You can play with the size a little bit. Apply that. So this is just a real down and dirty thing. Save changes. And now we can go home, and it'll show that I have a profile. Now, to send a tweet, you can just click in this little compose window and type whatever you want. Now, who's going to see that? Right now, nobody. Hello world. Wait, hello world. Are you there? Here's a key thing for you to understand on Twitter. When you send a tweet, the only people who see it are your followers. So right now, I have 0 tweets. I'm following 15. There are no people who are following me yet. As soon as you follow me, I'll follow you back. So you'll get a follower very quickly. How do we start building people following you? Well, if you start tweeting messages about what you're doing in response to what's happening at GA, and especially start using the GA hashtag, which is #UUAGA, you're suddenly going to be part of a large conversation. This hashtag here, pound, and then whatever the word is, what that does is instead of having your message be shared and just go to the people who are following you, in our case now, nobody's following you, when you put a hashtag, anyone can click on a hashtag and pull up every tweet on earth for that hashtag. So if I'm going to go up to the top here and type #UUAGA and search for UUAGA tweets, do that, and look, it pulls up top results, pictures, and there are all these messages from people. There are some people who may be not fans of the UUA. If that happens, you find something like that, you can click this little more and just click mute the person or block. You can just block them from Twitter, from your view of Twitter, forever. And I've done that for most of the people that I find unpleasant and distracting. Once you follow me, if you have a question, you can send me a direct message. You can send, I'm going to go back to the home screen now, home. When you go to, here, I'm going to show you how to do a direct message. If you go to my account, search for UU Planet, if I'm following you and you're following me, you can pull up this little menu, and it'll also include a send direct message. So I haven't followed myself yet through our demo, but there'd be, if you just go to a profile and click the little gear, you can send a direct message. So if you send a tweet, and this is the most important thing you need to know, hello world, are you there? No one knows you're tweeting that. But if you say, hello UU world, or hello UUs, are you there? I'm doing a Twitter demo for people starting to tweet at GA. And I put that tag, UUAGA. When I tweet that, anyone following this hashtag, anyone who clicks on that hashtag on their Twitter page, it'll get pulled up in that stream. So I am going to tweet that. And now, now that we've got this set up, I'm going to refresh the page to see if we can see that I've sent a tweet. Yes, I've sent one tweet. I'm going to click here. Ooh, I like these people. Climate Coach, that's my climate activism account. Beacon Press, King, UUSC, Peter Morales, Side of Love. See, we can just start following these people. Actually, I don't want this to say Peter Bowden. I want this to say something about you. You got a tweet. So I'm going to go up here to Settings and edit my profile. Oh, Peter Bowden. You got a tweet. There we go. I'm going to save that. And just so people know it is connected to me, I'm going to put my website, uuplanet.org. There we go. Save changes. All right. So, most important things. When you tweet, if you put a hashtag in, if you type #love, you're going to let everyone following love see your message. And so that's the cool thing about Twitter. You can join these giant conversations. If you want to talk about global warming, wait, it's going to be all #1 long thing, global warming. Whatever you say is going to be added to this global warming conversation. #Jesus, different conversation. #love. People are always looking for love and hope. People are also looking for sex, and so be careful what you, anyway, you get the idea, right? What are you interested in? What are you preaching on? What are the conversations you want to participate in? Coffee, parenting. So just start thinking about, you follow people you're interested in, and you just start sharing things that you're interested in yourself. Type your little your messages. But as you start following people, and as you start clicking on other people's hashtags, so right, look here, Side of Love, the U.S. Side of Love campaign. If you're in Long Island, if I click, there's a trans rights thing. I click trans rights, and even though I'm not following all these people, it just pulled up all the people who are tweeting about this thing, trans rights. So I could start going to these people and decide to follow them. So it makes it very easy to follow conversations, participate in conversations, and by doing that, you start building your following. No one's following me yet because, well, we just started, but you'll see. Let me sign out, and I'm going to sign out. I'm going to sign back in using my UUPlanet account. And now if we look here, notifications. So I have all these people that I'm following, tons of people. Try not to move too fast. It's a lot. The main thing, though, that I use for knowing that people are interacting with me is when you reply to someone's tweet, it will automatically pull up the username of the person you're replying to. So like if you look at one of my tweets, say we go to my tweets, and you were to click reply, or here's Tim Atkins, who's a fabulous UU religious educator. Here's his tweet about the Presbyterians. If I click reply, it's going to pull up his username at such and such. And then when I type this message and send it, he will get a notification. So if we go back to the home screen, here I have 3 notifications. click, what are these notifications? Some people have put a little star on some of the messages I've sent. But look, it says, you got a tweet and 5 others followed me. So let's see, I'm going to go to you got a tweet and I'm going to follow. Follow. Now, you got a tweet has 1 follower. Fabulous. I'm going to sign back out and go to the you got a tweet account. Hope I'm not going too fast, but you can all replay this. You got a tweet and oh man, what's my password? All right, I did an easy one. You thought I forgot it. I want to remember. So now I have 1 follower and 1 tweet. Some things you need to know. If you type a message to someone, like I'm replying to @UUPlanet, when I send this message, @UUPlanet, that's my other account, we'll get a notification and we'll see that I sent the message. Here's a tricky thing though. When you send out messages that start with an @ and a username, the only people who see those tweets, because it's a reply to something, are people who are following you and that person. So if you want to type a message, and sometimes you have to do this because you only have so many characters, type a message to @someone, you have to put a different character in front of that @. And so generally people put period. You'll see this as you start tweeting. Period, or dot, and then the username and whatever the message is. Uni. If I tweet this, everyone following me will see it. If I just have the reply @UUPlanet and I tweet this, the only people who will see this are the people following me and UUPlanet. And right now, there's only 1 person. If I tweet this and include UUAGA, now I'm back in the conversation. So just keep that in mind. So as you're tweeting, if you just have an @ reply to someone, that is only going to be seen by a limited number of people. But if it starts with a different character or word, hello, now it's going to all your followers. And again, to join a larger conversation, coffee, love, you can, however many you want to add is fine. You're joining multiple conversations. And if you notice right down here, as I'm typing, it shows how many characters are left. So pound meditation. This is why it's nice to have short, efficient hashtags. So if we're at GA and we're doing love reaches out, not reaches out. That's a little kind of long. We start losing characters. So doing that and pound UUAGA. I think you get the idea. So that's the main thing. We want to be sending messages, following people, engaging, and slowly building our community and people that you want to learn from, share with, and that share your interests. What I would recommend is just play with this. And when you go to set up your Twitter account, if you're not confident about starting, just get this all set up before GA. You don't have to tweet anything before GA, but at least get your account set up. I'll be at GA and I'd love to meet you and talk Twitter. At GA, we are going to have a fabulous UU's Get Social workshop series. There are 4 workshops. I hope you will join us or have someone from your congregation join us. The 4 workshops are how congregations can deepen engagement online, update your web presence, reaching nuns, activists, and spiritual seekers. Then the workshop I'm participating in, I'll attend the others, but the one I'm participating in is digging into Facebook, Twitter, and video making / sharing. So I'll be doing the video portion. And then, of course, I do lots of other trainings outside of GA. You can learn more about my work by going to my website. Leadingcongregations.com is for my consulting work, and UUPlanet is like my Unitarian Universalist playground and special projects laboratory. You can follow my social media accounts there, Facebook, Twitter. Oh my God, 4 days until GA. You can subscribe to my email newsletter for congregational leaders. So that's great leadership resources, social media resources, all for Unitarian Universalist leaders or congregations at large. All right, so I will see you in Providence. And again, this is Peter Bowden, and this has been our You Gotta Tweet crash course. And again, just let me know if you have follow-up questions. And if you see me at GA, say hi, join our workshop series, and let's talk social media so we can amplify your message and impact in our world in 2014. I'm out of here. I gotta go pack for GA.